there, it's Debbie with Pickin Coop Farmstead. It's a rainy, hailing, cold, drizzly day out there. And I've been working on some of my crafting projects. Today was not a good day for sewing. I screwed a couple things up, had to start over. But I did get a couple of things made. Sometimes it just goes like that. So I'm going to try my hand at planting. I have my April 1st, April Fool's Day seeds here. So I am going to go ahead and plant some stuff today. So the first thing I want to plant is some Star of David okra. And it's an heirloom, so you can save seeds from this and they will grow exactly like the plant you harvested your seeds from, which is nice. And these are seeds I believe I got at Dollar General. I did save some okra seeds this year. I'm going to save a lot more. And these guys, it says to plant them at least an inch deep. However, rule of thumb on seeds is the depth should be twice what the width of the seed is. And let me show you these seeds. They're very small, if you can see that. So I definitely don't want to plant these an inch deep. Now, if I was planting them maybe in the ground outside, I would do that, but I'm not. So I have my solo cups down here, and they have the dirt. Lightly tamp that down. I'm going to make little divots. I think I'll put 4 per cup. And I'm trying to remember how many I got last time. I had, let's see, 1, 2, 3 or 4. I'm going to reseal these. And these are, I'm trying to find the Ford Hook Farm is the brand of these seeds. These grew really well last year, and these guys like it hot. So they need full sun. And make sure you don't plant these out until definitely all signs of frost are gone. So this is the Star of David. These are round, kind of fat, squatty, and they're beautiful when you cut them open, and they do look like the Star of David. That's where they get their name. And we'll put that on here. Okra. All right, so these little fellas are done. Sprinkle a little dirt over that. All right, the okra is done. Next, we're gonna do the Clemson Spineless. This is the American Seed Company. These are Dollar Tree seeds. That's where I get these from. I think you get, well, this says 2 for $1. Maybe I got these at Dollar General. They both have these kinds of seeds. All right, so next, these should be about the same. It says 1/4 of an inch. That's more like it on the okra. These might be even smaller. Let's take a look. Nope, they're the same exact size. So I'm gonna do about the same. We're going to do 5 of these. And we'll just put 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's trying to boss me around. There we go. Tamp them down a little. Sprinkle a little dirt on top. Okay. Tape these back up. And we're going to make a marker. Put all these over here. We got to keep these off to the side so we can mark them in our journal. And I have to tell you something super exciting. I actually was able to germinate cone flowers this year, or echinacea. I've been trying for, let's see, 4 years, 3 years, absolutely nothing. The first year I thought because they were old used seeds that someone gave me. So then the next year I bought MI Gardener and I thought their seeds have never not germinated. I'm doing something wrong. So this year I planted those same seeds from MI Gardener and I have like 3 or 4 popping up in there. So I am like, woohoo, I'm over my purple cone flower slump. I'm super excited. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing here. So Clemson, spineless, okra. I'm going to have to build my other shelf. This one here is getting absolutely loaded, which is not a bad thing. And the hubby's going to be helping me. The rain came too soon for me. He's going to be helping me. I've got, I think I told you guys before, I've got a box that my boxes are in 2 pieces, and then I stack them on top of each other. They're 4 by 12, and it's already Shoshugi bond is where you put, I have a little flame torchy thingy I use. I think it's called a roofing torch. And I char it really good, and it helps preserve your wood instead of using chemicals and that kind of stuff that's bad for the ground and the dirt, all of that. Excuse me. And then I've got the wire halfway on that, and I ran out of time last year, so I am going to have to put that in. So that'll give me another 4 by 12 space. I have a few more, what do you call those? Blue tubs I want to put in. I have 2 of them that are already drilled out. This has got tape on it for some reason. I just ordered these. I must have. This is a tough one here. Let's see, where did I get these from? Oh, Harris seeds. That's where I finally found my silver slicer cucumber seeds. So I'm gonna plant about 3, I think I was averaging 3 to 4 seeds on my cucumbers. I'm so excited about these. I can't even get the darn things open. It's like Fort Knox here. Come on, guy. All right, here we go. So these say 1/2 to 3/4 inch deep. Takes about 6 to 10 days to germinate. And these are going up on a trellis. So let me see what I got here. Come on out, little fellas. Maybe I'll plant 4. Being kind of stingy with the seeds. They're pretty small seeds. So we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, put a little sprinkling on top, and tape. Got my carpenter's tape. And just tape that closed. And I don't know if these are heirloom or not. They're organic, it says. And very prolific. So, silver slicer. All right, here we go. So that takes care of those guys. Next, So that is my third type of cucumber, because I have already the lemon cucumbers. Those are saved seeds. I got some wonderful plants several years ago from a guy in Palo Cedro. I saved the seeds from those, and they grow great every single year. So I've got 3 of those. 3 Armenian cucumbers, 3 or 4. And those all germinated. And now I have silver slicer, and then I'm going to do, these are called homemade pickles. So I wanted to get a pickling cucumber, and these are M.I. Gardner. So we are going to plant these little guys. That'll give us 4 different varieties, and I'll have at least 3 plants of each variety. So that's way more than enough cucumbers. And they seem to grow really well where I'm at. So I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4 holes in there. I still have yet to make pickles other than fridge pickles successfully. Now I did do fermented pickles, and they turned out wonderfully. But again, those are not really processed. They're all, one is done in the fridge, the other is on a counter, and then you put them in the fridge once they're done. So, yeah, everything I've done so far has turned to mush whenever I process them. And I've done the ice water bath. I've put, a grape leaf in them, in the jar, on the bottom and the top. I've done all these different things they say to do. The only other thing is I haven't only strictly done pickling cucumbers, so that's where these guys come in. So these are called homemade pickles. Got my number 2 pencil. There we go. So those are done. Next, I've never ever grown these. This is the first for me. These are the Redwood Seed Company. This is a local seed company, and this is called Golden Chard. She had this other chard called Rainbow Chard. And I thought, well, I'm just going to try this one and see how I like it. I've never even eaten, let alone grown chard. And I thought, if nothing else, this would be really good in my vitamin mineral mix. As most of you know, if you've watched my videos, I make a green mix, it's called. And I got the idea from Heidi. I'll have to put a link for her down there too for that. She makes her own tincture. It's a vitamin mineral tincture. Oh, look at these seeds. They're funny looking. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know anything about these really. Let's see, other than they're good for you. You space the plants 12 inches apart, so I imagine they get pretty big. It doesn't really say. You plant them a 1/2 inch deep. Doesn't really say how big, but I'm thinking if you plant them a foot apart, that's pretty good size. But look at these seeds. They look like little cockaburls. They're those little stickery things that stick in your socks. They actually stick to each other. So I'm going to plant, I don't even know how many I got here. There's 2, 3, 4, ooh, come back here, 5, 6. well, I figure I could use them. You can cook them up like greens, I think, with like ham or bacon. You can, I'm going to dehydrate them and put them in my vitamin mineral tincture. And then you can just put them in your smoothies. It's really, really good for you. So this is called golden chard. All right, that's done. They're curious little seeds, that's for sure. All right, so next we're just moving on down the line. This is a very coveted one that I've been wanting forever and ever and ever. It's hibiscus. Now I need to read on here. Let's see, it says Asian sour leaf. It's Roselle hibiscus from M.I. Gardner. There's only 10 seeds per package. So it says start indoors 3 to 4 weeks before last frost. Direct sow after last frost. Days to germinate 7 to 14 days. It is going to take 70 to 90 days for maturity. You place them 36 inches apart, so the plants get pretty large. Ooh, 6 feet tall. That's crazy. That's huge. Okay, so they are to be planted in full sun, 1/4 of an inch deep, and it says container friendly. So these might have to go in one of my mineral buckets. I don't know. I am super, super excited though. Hopefully I'll get seeds from these. Maybe I will only plant 3 6-footers. Come on. Come on out. Oh, there you are. They're kind of curious looking little things. They look like miniature beans. I don't know if you can see that very well. So I'm just going to plant 3. And I think it takes quite a bit to get enough hibiscus flowers to make your tea. But if you've never had hibiscus tea, I urge you to either go to a place that serves it or has dried so you can steep your own. It is delicious as well as beautiful. It's this purple burgundy, it's wonderful. All right. Okay, so next I have my gardener. It's broadleaf sage. I have the purple sage, but I didn't have any green sage, so I wanted to try these guys. And it says to plant these, it takes them a good 7 to 21 days to germinate. That's crazy. That could be a long time. I guess it just depends on how warm it is where you're germinating. 1/4 of an inch deep, full sun. So I've never grown sage, from seed, and they're super, super tiny. I think I'll try to grow 3. And if they do germinate, I only need like 1. I don't really need a whole lot. I'll give one to my sister or friends or something. So there's 1, 2. I mean, they are super, super tiny. Almost like a little cruciferous. I'm just going to kind of push them in the dirt. Squish this up over the top. I'm not even going to put anything on top. Put my plant stake in. On to the next one. Next we have Dwarf Alaska Mixed Color Nasturtiums. I grew these last year and these lasted for a really long time, and I tasted the flowers and I thought they tasted good. They're really peppery. These are one of those things that it either tastes like gasoline or you think it tastes good. And to me, it tasted good. Gabby, on the other hand, did not think so. All right, so I'm gonna try, let's see. I'm just gonna do this whole package. This is what's left in there, and they're a funny looking little seed too. Now I've read too, sometimes it helps if you soak these. I'm not going to. I don't think I did last time. Here's some little baby ones. I have a whole nother package. I'm gonna just push them in the dirt here, cover them up. There we go. Got my little plant stake, and there we go. I'm just gonna water them in really, really good. And I've got some in here, and I've got some leftovers. And they're really easy to save the seeds. The seeds actually just drop off onto the ground. So I just waited for that, and then I put them in my windowsill to dry the rest of the way. So I do have some saved seeds from these. So I'm gonna put these on my list to buy though next time I see them at, what are they, 4 for $1. You can't beat that. Okay, so that takes care of that. Next, I have spinach, which I've not been very successful at spinach. I have tried direct sowing it, and it never, ever, ever comes to fruition. If it does come up, they're so little that the birds, the little sprouts, the birds just annihilate them. So we're gonna plant these. These are called giant noble spinach. Let's write that down. Now these are good, and everybody knows you can saute spinach, you can add it to scrambled eggs, you can add it to frittatas, you can just put like bacon or whatever in it, put it in smoothies, salads, good for all kinds of stuff. Let's see. I am just gonna sprinkle, that's quite a few seeds. I'm gonna sprinkle these around in my cup, and we'll pot these up just like we do everything else. And I'm gonna sprinkle a little soil over the top. There we go. And there we have it. They're supposed to be giant, so we'll see. So the last one I have for you today is the sour, Mexican sour gherkin. It's, we just call them cucamelons, and they're delicious. I grew these last year, and they're kind of, when you first bite into them, are kind of sour. They're the cutest little, they look like a miniature watermelon. They're just tiny, like maybe that big. They're just little, and they're super delicious. I didn't do anything but just eat them off the vine. They were like garden snacks. So these are teeny tiny. Oh, I don't want to plant all of them. Here we go. All right, so there's teeny, teeny, tiny, tiny. So we're just gonna plant 4. Oops, keeping to our 3 to 4 quota on our cucumbers. So I guess I'm technically planting 5 types of cucumbers. And these are little climbers, let me tell you. They got little tendrils and they go crazy. Those I grew on my trellis also. All right, so that is it for the planting. I'm gonna water these in, and then, and nothing flat, we got all of these planted. All right, well, I hope you have a great day. Hope the sun is shining where you are. If not, you're staying dry, warm, healthy, and happy. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, commenting, and sharing my videos. God bless you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.